like, wow, if I like mess up a part of this video, do I have to strip my face and start over? How does this work? This driving videoing thing, especially in Jamaica, like the roads are not conducive to driving and talking. Got a camera shake up like earthquake. ELLE Uncovered, take one.
I've been glowing from the inside out, feel it inside outside. Cruising, I don't want it, I'm in no rush for love. Cause when you got the juice, you can do just whatever you want. Whatever you want, yeah.
What's going on, ELLE Music fam? I want to welcome you guys to a new series that we're going to be starting called ELLE Uncovered, episode 1. So this series is basically just giving you guys a little inside scoop on all things ELLE. Most of you already know, some of you may not, but my name is Leah Francis and I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, and I'm an up-and-coming singer, songwriter, creative artist, content creator, all of the above, whatever you want to call it. So this first episode is kind of just going to be talking about, you know, how I got started, how I came up with my name, how I found my people, all that jazz, all that good stuff. So let's dive right in. So I'd like to say that I've been singing my whole life. It's always been something that I kept really near and dear to me. I wouldn't necessarily perform really until I got to Thailand. I'd sing at home. I'd sing very loudly at home. My parents would say that I was entertaining the neighbors. Maybe that's as far as it would go, but it was never something that I really put out there. And I think when I came back to Jamaica for my gap year, I just really wanted to dive headfirst into it. I wanted to, you know, put something new out there, something new, like just out of the box. I didn't want to do it half-assed. I really wanted it to be something that not only I could hold myself accountable for, but that everybody could also hold me accountable for. And I think that was a big reason as well as to why I kind of just transformed my personal page. Big up to everybody who was here when it was Lee Katrina. Because I wanted to make it something that I couldn't fall off of, or that I wouldn't fall off of. I didn't want to just make it like a hobby and where I have a second page and I post covers to there, you know, whenever I want, and you know, if it dash away. No, I didn't want that. And I think when I started, I don't necessarily think I really banked on making a brand, but I mean, hey. But regardless, that also led me to battling with whether I was gonna stick with Leah as my name, because I mean my name does have a really unique spelling, or if I was going to try and find something different. And then of course that leaves us with the question of how did I get my name? How did I come up with ELLE? If I had a penny for how many times I get that question, I'd be shaking my ass on my yacht in Dubai. I didn't know what name I was going to choose. I went to listen with my little list of names, you know, I thought they were really cute. She said, yeah, that's right. Where I said, okay, back to the drawing board. I couldn't give you a proper answer. I don't know how I fully came up with it. It was something that just, it hit me, it clicked. But ELLE being ELLE, like the letter L for Leo. And then I went to my friends, I did a little poll, I like, you know, and everybody seems to be vibing with it. So I was like, all right, this is ELLE, let's go. And I feel like it's really stuck with me. I feel like it's something that I feel like is another part of me, or is maybe just an enhanced part of me, because I feel like with a stage name, you know, it's a persona. It's something that I want to be able to grow into. It's something that I want to be able to use to kind of draw out different parts of myself, kind of experiment with my confidence, and my stage presence and all that stuff. And I feel like it was also something that I really wanted to still be really meaningful, still be really connected to me, still be really authentic, and not stray me away from who I am just because, you know, I'm trying to break into this big bad music industry. So after kind of revamping my Instagram and, you know, deciding on a name and everything, I was like, all right, time to get started. So the first thing I tried, or the first thing I did, was to start building up my home studio. So getting equipment for my home studio, and then I was also in search of local producers, and like friends who played instruments to help kind of make melodies for me and stuff, because at first I was definitely focusing on covers, and like I could be going to play tennis right now. I promise that's not how I'd actually whatever. So I started with that, found some people who could play instruments, started working on Put Your Records On, which was my first cover. Love that song, loved the idea, loved the whole concept I had in mind for it. However, the issue was that I was then trying to learn how to use Logic. Don't know who's gonna take up myself under that, but I tried. Did it work? Obviously not. Figured out that that was gonna take me the rest of my life, so we moved on. And then I tried to find some other like local and international up and coming producers, or like people that knew how to mix and master, to also try and help me. That ended up falling through as well. So switching gears now, at this point I'm fed up, I'm upset, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I feel kind of lost, not gonna lie, because I'm feeling really demotivated. It's been a couple months, I haven't really been able to put out anything. Feel like I'm not living up to my promises, and it's also kind of battling with the pressure that I did put myself under, in terms of people having expectations and opinions of me, and also me having those of myself now that I've kind of put myself out there. And I think especially since, in my mind, I really did take my gap year to focus on music, and for a large part of the beginning of it, I hadn't really, you know. But I do think that I've been very lucky in that I have been blessed to be a part of a very creative family who have then themselves made creative friends. And I've been able to talk to, you know, some of my now favorite people like Tessellated, Friday Night Crew, Zach Jones, Naomi Cowan, local artists, yes, but still people that really inspire me, and people that I know that I still will have a lot to learn from. And I've been able to have really nice conversations with them about how they got started, who they worked with, how they feel like they broke into the industry. And they themselves have also helped me a lot in figuring out like producing and making music videos and stuff like that. So I'm really grateful, to say the least. But really and truly, guys, what I have to say from my experience is that good things come to those who wait. Honestly, patience is a virtue, and what is meant for you will come to you. Because if I had tried to pump out something that I thought was mediocre, and honestly even this year, because I'm a perfectionist and I look back at all of my things and I'm going to judge myself the hardest ever. So if I were to pump out something that I didn't think was going to be, you know, up to par, and I looked back at it, I'd probably delete it, honestly. So I'm very, very happy that I was able to have the patience and that I actually waited, because all of this led me to being able to get into a studio, a real studio, and actually record my first cover. And honestly, that was literally like one of the best feelings ever. Literally, I can't even put this into words. So the next part of this whole journey is, of course, finding my people, which I would like to say is my favorite part. And of course, you know, a big part of it was realizing that obviously I'm just starting out, so it's not like I have loads of money or even links to find, you know, all these big name producers, engineers, videographers, even photographers, who are gonna do all of these different things for me. So it was finding people, other, you know, young and talented up and comers, or even people who are more established, who would be willing to take the chance on young talent, and to take the chance and actually believe in people like me who would really like to help me grow, and who I would like to connect with to see if I can help them grow in whatever way possible too, you know? So that at that point the relationship becomes mutually beneficial. So it's been people along my journey like Kelly Martin, who's my photographer, like Omari Harris, like Bianca Bartley, like Tessan Chen, who have really helped pave the way for me. On one hand, I'm doing everything, you know, as an independent artist, I have to be my own marketer, my own manager, my own editor, my own stylist, my own creative director. So it ends up being a lot of work. But I think one of the hardest lessons that I've personally had to learn is that there is so much power in delegation. And the fact that I can't always be the smartest person in the room. In fact, I watched a video the other day and it literally said, to be the smartest person in the room, you have to be the dumbest person in the room. Stay with me. I'm a smart boss if my team is better than me. I'm a smart boss if my creative director is better than me. I'm a smart boss if my editor is better than me. I want more yogurt. But at the same time, there's also a point where you have to realize that I had to still realizing that there's power in having people. You need people, I need people to progress. and it makes it so much easier for you, and it allows you to be able to have so many more connections, to feel so much more fulfilled in your journey and on this path when you're doing it with other people that are also passionate about the things that you're passionate about. So then a big part of it is just surrounding yourself with good people, surrounding yourself with people who have good energy, surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, who want you to grow, as I said. And I mean, at that point, once you found your community, you're gonna thrive. There's no way. And at that point also, when you've allowed yourself to delegate, you have so much more time for different opportunities that you'd be able to take and that you will be able to take when you're not stuck at a computer editing 4 different videos to be posted in the next 3 days. At that point, besties, it's not worth it. Whether it's that, or whether it's just the stress of having to do everything yourself, you hold yourself back a bit. And I feel like at that point, you're missing out on things that maybe would lead you to furthering your career, or maybe would be something completely different, something that you never thought you'd ever be able to do.
No man too easy to switch down. That's what it means if you kill them. No time to speak, just follow my lead. I'll show you my love.
You're completely diving into something that you're not sure whether or not it's going to be fruitful. You know, you have no idea. And I feel like what I've really learned from, you know, even though it's only been a year, what I've learned from being in these situations and talking to people, as an independent artist, you're really having to push yourself out there, you know? And, you know, of course, it's seeing what works and what doesn't, right? But, like, it's not really something that you can put a price on. You can put a price on your shows, you can put a price on features, you can put a price on brand deals. But for something like singing, especially when it's not like you really have an in, it's not like you're, like, signing to a record label, for example, and you're just doing it all on your own. It's not something like you're gonna see as tangible in the first couple months, really. Because of course you can do like a YouTube, you can do, you know, you put your songs on Spotify, whatever, all great stuff, all things I've done, right? But it's not like I'm seeing a big check in my bank account. I wish I was, but I'm not. You have to pace yourself, and you have to realize that you're building a following, and it's gonna get demotivating at times. You know, it's gonna get hard, it's gonna get frustrating. I feel like I've really continued to be tested and continued to show myself how much it means to me, how much singing means to me, how much, you know, I have it as a safe space, how much it makes me happy, how much I just want to continue to do it no matter what challenges I'm facing, and how much I really want to show people that it's more than just me trying to pick up a like a thing, and you know. And that's also, I feel like that's a big part of why I haven't necessarily released any songs yet, because it's not like I want to just write and sing for doing its sake, you know. I want to do something that has a meaning. Yeah, I want to ensure that I'm not just doing it to pump out music, to pump out content. Like, that's not what it's about for me. It's been a year and a bit since I released my first cover, and I look back on those videos and I'm like, yeah, like I did that. Sis, go off. It's not my own music, even though it's not necessarily like the best music video ever. Ain't nobody saying that, but I can't let anybody dim my lights. I can't let anybody take that away from me. I refuse. So I say all of this to say that, you know, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and this journey wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thank you so much for following me, thank you for supporting me, thank you for believing in me, and I really hope you guys enjoy the rest of the series. I have a couple more videos coming your way, so stay tuned. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, follow, share, do all of them. Yeah. I don't know how to end this. How does one end this? Do I have a little catchphrase?
Many unbearable hours later.
No, I can't. Bye. I'm out.